Hey everybody, it's Heather O'Day from the band Mass Transit here in Tucson, Arizona. I hope you guys are having a fantastic day. I just did my hair, or kind of semblance of it, because we are playing a house party this afternoon, and I figured what better time to use brand new products that I've never tried before. Alright guys, so as you saw in the thumbnail, today we are going to go ahead and look at these first impressions on this BLISS skincare stuff. I looked at some of that eyebrow gel that they had a couple of videos back towards like the middle of March, and I wasn't too impressed with that one. It was way too dark for me and my skin tone. But the other day, as I was doing more makeup stuff and getting ready, it came to my attention that the sun is back out in the desert and I need to change my foundation colors altogether, because I think I've been wearing the too light of stuff for a long time. I know, right? Me? Too light. I got each one of these products at Big Lots for $2.80. I went, holy crap. So these are the colors that I chose. This one is called the Center of Attention Balancing Foundation Stick, and this is in the shade Shell. And I think the little C here might stand for cool tone. So we'll see. We'll see. Everything in these is coming out of these blue unit cartons. And when you open it up, here's what it looks like. Just a big bullet that says BLISS on it. There's no color on here, so when you open it up, it has an extra thing to protect the product. And there's what the product looks like. So we have this outer ring and then this middle. I'm wondering if that's some kind of a moisturizing thing or something to mix the foundation with, or maybe that's just oxidization from the twister thing underneath. I'm not quite sure. I guess we'll find out together. So the next thing we have is this Feeling Bright Illuminating Under Eye Concealer. And again, it's the blue unit carton, and this is in the shade Radiant Ivory. And there it is. So we'll see if this actually looks decent on me. Here's what it looks like coming out of the carton. Again, another stick type product. And again, with the things in the middle. So we're starting to see a trend here. And it's really pretty. It says BLISS on the outside. But so far, everything is reminding me of those multicolored lip balms that I want to say Maybelline put out years and years ago. So the next thing that we have is the BLISS Staycation All Day Wear Liquid Foundation. I thought it was important to also try a liquid and see how it balances up against the stick type foundation, because I haven't done a stick foundation in a long time. And I wanted to also check out this color. This is called Porcelain. This doesn't have any kind of little indicator in parentheses or anything, so Porcelain it is. It does look a little on the warm side though, so we'll see what happens with that. This stuff definitely screws open. And there's no pump or anything on top, so I guess you just put it on the blender and you go to town. Alright guys, I am back. I've got my color correction on. I do my color correction before I put on the primer because the color corrector creams that I use, or liquids rather, they actually just kind of melt right off and go into the primer. So I kind of do like this green tinted primer mix when I'm having discoloration days like I am today. The redness is real, y'all, today. So I've got my wet blending sponges. I'm not going to call them beauty blenders anymore because that's not what they are. This one is actually from the Dollar General. It is LA Colors. I got it on after Christmas clearance. It was $1, and I really am impressed with how much it puffs out when you wet it. And of course, this one that I filmed in the very last haul video, and this one I learned when I went online, and I actually found out it's Bio Aqua K-Beauty brand. So if you're looking for a really great sponge, check out the Bio Aqua Velvet Touch Sponge on AliExpress. Now I will say I am a little afraid of this foundation stick because I haven't used a stick or a cream product in a really long time, but it's getting to be time to do that here in the dessert. So I'm just using a light touch and just spreading it on. Wow. Okay. Let's hit it with the pink blender. Wow. Okay. And I actually really like this color. This actually might be a really good shade for me this summer. Wow. Oh, I am into that. It looks good, just as good in the camera as it does in the mirror. Wow. All right. Dot a little bit more. I don't feel any kind of difference here as far as the product application. It's a very smooth application. It's not dragging like I would have expected it to do. And let's see how it covers up that zit on my chin. Not bad. Okay. Well, so far I'm impressed. I'm just going to dot a little bit more. I will say though, it is sheer. I've had to do a lot so far to get it to spread this far. I'm not too thrilled with the amount of coverage, but I'm still going at it. Let's see. Okay, so I've done about half of my face there. Alrighty. So there's how it looks with just that first application. And here's what it looks like in the tube after I'm done dotting and spreading it around. Obviously you don't see that middle part anymore. So I quite don't know what the whole point of that is. I'm gonna put the product protector back on and let's get on to this bad boy. So now what happens if this is a totally different color on the other side of my face? Oh, I'm scared. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to do a little bit on the back of my hand first. See if we can get it to pour out. Oh yeah, it pours. Not too bad. All right, so there it is on my hand. It's not as bad as I thought. All right, just kind of spread it out with the blender on my hand first. That's actually not a bad match. This side, it's a little wet right now still, but I really appreciate more of a luminous finish, which it seems to be that's what I'm getting out of this one. Yeah. And from what I'm seeing, the stick versus the liquid foundation, I don't see too much of a difference with the coverage level, and I don't see too much of a difference with the color. So I will say though, I do prefer this one. I prefer liquid. So I'm just going to go ahead and do that on my full face. I like this one. Yeah. I do a lot of oohing and ahhing and umming in my videos. Alright, so there's the original redness at the base of my neck right there. I think I pissed off my neck a little bit too, dabbing it with the blending sponge. But what do we think? I like it. I think it actually looks like my normal skin tone as opposed to looking ghosty.
Verify. Lieutenant Commander Data. Current assignment, USS Enterprise.
Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and get into this concealer now. And again, we have the little twist up thing that looks like a lip balm with different colors in it. And I'm just going to go right under the eye. See if any of that foundation comes off. I do see some creasing happening immediately though, right under my eyes. Look at that. But I don't see that it's actually taking off any product. I just see that it's applying, which is a good thing. Let's see if I can get it up into my eyebrows. Yep. And let's see if it blends into this side of my eyes, under my eyebrows. Yep, it does. That's very good. Okay, cool. Actually, I'll tell you what, guys, I do like this. I'm going to go ahead and do some baking, and I'm going to go ahead and do some contour, and I will be right back. Hey y'all, all right, I'm baking right now. I am doing my contour. My contour shows up awfully light in the camera, but I love that I didn't have to go like this and actually close my eye this time to do my contour, because the lighting is so much better in here now. All I have to do is look straight and just do my thing, and I am good to go. I am liking how the powder is, I don't know, it's not so much helping with the under eye creasing, and I can definitely see like a delineated line right here where the product is. However, that doesn't really tell me anything right now. I mean, the baking powder did stave off any further creasing and wrinkling. I don't look as tired and crepey. Do you agree? I don't know. I like how it's looking. So I'm going to keep going with this look, and I will be back. Well, hey everybody. Here's the finished look. Well, kind of, sorta. Let's take out the hair. Oh, I'm never too happy with my hair, but that's the way it goes. I am pretty happy with how everything turned out. I'm really, really happy with how, I think supplemented with a little bit of more of baking powder, the concealer stick will probably perform even better. I'd be really interested to also test these out without the color correction underneath and without any primer on. This cream foundation would probably do better without a primer, and the cream concealer will probably do better without a primer. But overall, I am extremely happy with this. I'm extremely happy with the color choices. I think I did a good thing by going just a tad of a shade up. Here I am. It is, I'm about 2.5 hours in right now, and my right eye has already started to cry just from being in the sun and the wind. And here we are. The sunglasses have messed up my nose, but oh well. So far it's doing pretty good. Well, here we are, folks. It is 10:15 p.m. and we did this makeup look at about 1 o'clock, 1:30. So we are just at the 8.5 hour mark, I want to call it. And that's how the foundation held up. I didn't do any touch-ups with any powder or anything. And what I noticed right off the bat is that my little oily nose decided to come through and shine for me. That's great. Yeah, I see a lot of places where there's shine, but what I will say is that it held up okay. The color did not oxidize, which is a good thing, but I do notice some creasing. I see some creasing right here in the smile lines, and I also see this from my sunglasses that bled right through and just wore right off. Yeah, I only touched my nose maybe 2 or 3 times tonight, and the rest of this is all just wear. A little bit of it might be mini licks too, because that's what I get when we come in. And here's how the eye is held up after 8.5, 9-ish hours. So, I mean, all in all, it did its job. My under eyes are really, really deeply creased. So I don't necessarily think that I'm gonna reach for these products every single time. I am happy with the color choice though, but it's definitely warrants touching up throughout the day. Final verdict, I'm gonna call it a flop. Not a fly. Definitely a flop. I mean, even on the half where I did the cream foundation and then went over with the liquid foundation, even that is cracked, worn out pretty good. And I mean, granted, I did sweat a little bit tonight, but we were inside most of the time, so yeah, look at all of that. It's all caked up inside my nose. Yeah, definitely a flop. So there it is, y'all. So that is the BLISS cream foundation stick and the liquid foundation. Just a single application after several hours of working hard and playing hard in the dessert. So I'm gonna go ahead and wash this stuff off because it has been a long, long, long day. Don't forget to check me out on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter at HRBowie83. Hope y'all have a great night. I know I sure will. I'm gonna go ahead and wash all this off, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!